morning, gladiators. It is Monday, September 21st. So let's go ahead and get started. So for today, you're going to be learning about citizens' rights and responsibilities. Now, I've already opened the assignment, but let me go ahead and go back so I can show you. For the folders for this week, they are green. Okay, so for Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be learning about civil rights and duties, civil responsibilities. Wednesday, we're going to talk a little bit about separation of powers and checks and balances. And Thursday and Friday, we're going to touch a very delicate subject, talk about human rights. So let's go ahead and click on Monday. So we have this assignment, Citizen Rights and Responsibilities. I already have it open. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring it up. Okay. So basically, it's talking about how did the states govern themselves after the revolution. So we have to think about what it was like first before the revolution. You had a government that was, you had a king that was very controlling, didn't give any power to the people. The people were already frustrated for one, not being able to travel west, right? Because you had the Appalachian Proclamation of 1776. Then you also had all the acts. You had the Stamp Act, the Paint Act, or the Lead Act, the Glass Act, the Tea Act, the Sugar Act. You had all these acts, the Navigation Act. So the king was very controlling, and people were already they were already frustrated. So this is why they went to war. Now, after the war, all the states started governing themselves. Okay. So let's talk a little bit of what they wanted to do. So one, they wanted to have these basic ideas in the state constitution to make sure that the people would be protected. They included natural rights and higher law. The purpose of government is to protect the rights of citizens to life, liberty, and property. So each constitution had this, and the reason they included protect the rights of citizens to life, liberty, and property is because they didn't have any protection before they were a government, right? Because King George III controlled everything that they did, including their property. They didn't have any freedom. So the people wanted to make sure that if we were going to have a constitution, they needed to include these little stipulations that were going to be huge later on, which is what we use today. Then you have a social contract. That's basically saying that we're going to have a contract between me and you and the government, and we'll talk a lot about that today. Popular sovereignty. The term sovereign means to have the highest authority or power, and popular sovereignty means that the people are the highest authority. So we've talked about this last week where I said I elect certain representatives, right, to represent me, as it is here, to represent me, to run the government, to take care of the government, to make sure that all the laws that are made are constitutional and that are there to protect the people. Then you have separation of powers. So this is where all the states use some form of separation of powers. They divided government into legislative, executive, and judicial branches. And we're going to touch a lot about that on Wednesday. And checks and balances. So this basically means that every house or every branch can check each other's work, right? And this is to protect the people. You don't want one form of government to get stronger than the other. Now there is a little bit, just a little teeny weeny, where one branch has a little bit more government power, but we'll talk a little bit about it. It's not much, just a little bit more, but we'll talk about that on Wednesday. Okay. When you get done with that assignment, then you're going to click on this News Ella article. Americans have rights and responsibilities. So you're going to read this as well. Basically, this is talking about the rights of a citizen. These are the rights that we have. And we're going to touch base on it now, but we're also going to be talking about it again when we get to North America. All right, so we may have a breakout room and discuss some of these rights, and then you guys will come back in and tell me what you think they are. After you get done with that assignment or reading that, then you're going to click on Rights and Responsibilities Google Form. So you're done with the News Ella article. You're going to have 4 questions here. Please make sure you click on your class period. When you're done with that, you're going to have these 4 questions that are related to the article. Each question is worth 25 points, so please take your time. Okay, don't rush through it. Take your time. Okay, because it's a grade, it's a daily grade, and it's your grade. It won't change. All right, so come into the Zoom today. We'll slowly go through it, so this way you can get 100 on this. I am here to help you if you have any questions. All right, have a good day.